Hello, my name is Laura Kennedy, and for this assignment, I visited the special collections at a local public library. This library is in an urban setting near a university, and it serves a diverse group of patrons, including the general public, college students, and what they referred to as tourists, which were people that just came in to look around the building. I worked with two different reference librarians. One had an MLIS from Wayne State, and he had also gone through the Archival Studies program, and the other who also had an MLIS from Wayne State, but she had originally been a business finance librarian and had transferred to the special collections. I was able to go at two different times of the day and different days of the week, so I was able to see what went on during a weekday in the morning and afternoon, and then also on a weekend afternoon. Working in a special collection leads to some interesting and specialized questions that are a little bit different from a general reference librarian. In this particular special collection, they served a lot of people doing genealogy research, as well as people looking into the history of their homes. And they also have a very vast photographs collection, and so they get a lot of requests regarding that. Now, they've started to digitize a lot of their collection, especially the photographs. So the demand for that has, in a way, decreased the amount of in-person visits they get. However, because their collection also contains government documents from the city as well as some papers from former mayors, they do get a lot of researchers looking into those types of things. They're also able to provide services such as scanning of documents and research to users offsite for a fee. Both of the librarians I worked with agreed that the most common reason for people to come to the special collections was to do genealogical research. So, because of that, they had to develop some skills that a regular reference librarian may not need. For instance, the library provides free access to the Ancestry website, and so the librarians need to have some knowledge of how the site works so that they could provide basic assistance to patrons. They also had to allow access for non-library card holders, and they would have to also go into their computer to grant people extra time. They also spend a lot of time helping patrons use historic newspapers, either digital microfilm versions or physical versions. They both stress that they do have some older patrons who still enjoy looking through the physical newspapers instead of an online version. They also have a vast amount of newspaper clippings that have been collected over the years, which are stored in old card catalog files. But not every person is listed in those files, so somebody looking for their relative may not find the information that they're seeking. Another common reason for patrons to visit the special collections is to research their homes. So there's the use of the city directories that most reference librarians are familiar with. However, in this city, the address is changed at some point, so the librarians need to be able to determine if the address they are given was current before the change or after the change. And then they also sometimes have to request old phone books from storage if the city directories don't have the information that they need for the patron. Finally, a third reason that patrons use this collection is because of the vast amount of photographs that they have. A lot of this work is done online because they do have digital collections, and users can download a low-resolution copy of their photos for free, but if they want a higher resolution print, it will cost $15 so that the Special Collections Library can recoup some of that cost. They also use the clippings files, and there are some references to photographs that can be made from glass negatives. Both of the librarians I worked with stressed the need to have some familiarity with technology so that these tasks could be completed. I really enjoyed this assignment. I enjoyed getting to know the librarians I got a chance to work with and finding out more about the collection that they maintain. It was also interesting to see how challenging their work was and how it differed from what a regular reference librarian might deal with. And even though their online access has cut down their in-person visits, they still maintain that they are relevant because until everything is available online, there will still be a need for physical special collection libraries.